All right, guys, well, I just lost our first fish of the day. Today, that was a terrible cast. Today is March 4th of 2025. We are here at a different delayed harvest section than what I fished last time. This spot supposedly got stocked on the 27th of February, so not too long ago. There's some joker at the first hole I wanted to fish, so I didn't get to fish that spot just yet. Hopefully it clears out in a little bit and I'm able to backtrack. But I just speed walked all the way over here to try and get in an open hole before it fills up too much, because it's going to be rather nice today with highs in the 50s later this afternoon. Right now it's probably still about mid to high 30s. But we're going to be doing some trout fishing again. We got on the Berkley Gulp Minnow here with a 1/64 ounce black trout magnet jig head. Just looking for any movement right now so I can try and hone in where the fish are at. Oh, I just missed a fish. Dang it. I saw some surface activity over here. First cast and missed one. That's a good sign though. Had another bite. They're short striking it. It's getting the adrenaline up though. I think there's some little yellow perch down there going after it. That's not what we're after though. Oh, I caught the yellow perch. There he goes. Well, I guess that counts as our first fish catch of the day, although we didn't get a photograph of him. Alright, move down and try the other hole before I get boxed in and am unable to move. There should be fish throughout this whole section. Got one. Oh gosh. Need to get him up and over in the net. Alright. So that was a little bit of a unorthodox catch. I just cast it over this down tree in front of me. I just got a little rainbow trout. So let's take a shot of this guy and let him go. All right, so here's our first little rainbow here. We're gonna let him go on this side of the tree. He's gonna swim back beneath. So as you can see, I got this big down tree in front of me, and the fish are kind of right in this area. So I had to cast over all this junk and then try and land the fish around all this debris. So quite an interesting way to target these fish, which is probably why there's so much in that hole right there, because not everyone wants to try that and lose all their gear. Thankfully I'm using cheap stuff like this Gulp Minnow here, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let's go ahead and try that again, I guess. That cast may have been too far. Yep, and I just got stuck on the stick. Got to break that off. Alright, time to regroup and retie. Alright guys, we are on the high ground now. Let's flip this out there. That should be good. I think casting from this angle is just spooking every single fish. Alright, back to trying from over the tree. Just missed a bite. Got one. Up and over in the net. There we go. There's another rainbow for the day. On the gold trout magnet this time. The over the tree strat. Alright, so this guy doesn't have the prettiest of fins. He's got a little funk going on. But we're gonna go ahead and let him go. So he can swim back to his hole. He's gonna hang out underneath the tree and eventually he's gonna work his way back over here. Alright, well I proved the tree strat works. But that's now the third lure I've snagged trying to do it. It's effective, but it also is costly. Start racking up the jig heads on that thing. Probably could just walk down there and pull them all off the branch so I don't lose anything. Give that hole a bit of a rest. Let's do that, and then I guess we'll begin our walk back upstream. The holes down further are now occupied, so hopefully the holes I didn't get the fish on the way up here are now not occupied, but I feel like it's just gonna be different people. Oh. Oh. Just had 2 trout chase this thing down and then turn away at the last second. There you go. There he is. Third trout of the day, third rainbow of the day. Nice little stalker. This one fell for the trout magnet in the Millie color that I debuted on my channel last time. The last video. There he is. Pretty little guy. Let's take a shot and let him go. Alright, third rainbow going back. He's good to go. Swimming off. Alright, let's try that again. Now this is the hole earlier in the day. I got 2 bites on the Gulp Minnow, but I was unable to hook them. It was more of just a strike and a miss on the hook point. But now that I fished it over with the Trout magnet, same jig head and everything, but I was able to actually land the fish that time. There's one, finally. Got you to bite. Slowed it down for you enough. There we go. They're all little ones at this spot. None's like the one we caught at the other delayed harvest. Those ones are good size. These ones are just little guys. They're pretty though. Alright, trout number 4 going back. See if we can get to an even 5. It's an odd number, but 5 is just, you know, nice number. There's one. It's a bit of a nicer one. Come on. There we go. He did not want to get in the net, but we got him in the net regardless. He's doing that alligator death roll as some of the ones in the last video were doing. Let's get this guy unhooked. We'll take a photo of this guy and then we'll send him back. Alright guys, trout number 5. He's going back in the water. These fish are good to go. Not wasting any time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the fishing session today. We ended the day with 5 rainbow trout, that's 5, and 1 yellow perch that we didn't get a chance to hold in our hand, but you know, it was on the hook, so it counts for the day. So 6 fish in total isn't too bad, not as good as I did in my last video where I was fishing another delayed harvest section, but pretty good in my opinion. About as good as I usually do at this spot, apart from one session last year where I landed like 15 right from the hole where I was going to fish at the start of the video. I was going to try and fish on my way back, but there was yet another gentleman fishing it, and he was in the process of landing a fish when we passed, so he's probably not leaving anytime soon. So I'm probably going to get out of here for the day, but I think I might do some fishing later on. Not some trout fishing, but a different type of fishing. We'll see. It's supposed to be nicer out this afternoon, so I want to spend a day outside and not cooped up inside the house. So once again, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. The gear we used today was the usual. We have the 6-foot medium light ugly stick elite Shimano Sedona 2500 reel, and we have 2-pound Leland lures S.O.S trout line. For the lure, we ended using the 1/64 ounce trout magnet jig head paired with the Minnow body, which is what I used in my last video on the channel. But what we started with and what we caught the first fish on was a 1/64 ounce trout magnet jig head with the Berkley Gulp 1-inch minnow is what we were using for that first fish. And that first fish catch just, and well, the second one too, just shows that sometimes you just got to switch up the angle to make things work. We were casting over top of the fish on the high ground, the fish just kept spooking. We swapped over to the other side behind that tree and all that debris, and we were able to work some bites there, but it just kept getting too snaggy, so we hopped out of there. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next episode of the Ville Outdoors.